Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namkritya
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devi Saraswati Vyasam.
Tato Jayam Dhiraye
Tato Jayam Dhiraye.
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke
Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
We are reading from Canto 5, Chapter 12, Rahugana Converses with Jada Bharat, Shloka number 15. Samam smritir mrigadehapi vira
Samam Smriti Mrigadehi Vina.
Krishna charan prabhava no jahati
Krishna Chana Prabhavanani.
ato aham jana sangada sango
Atoham Janasangada Sango.
vishankamano vivritas charami
Vishamkamano Vivritashrami.
samam smritir mrigadehe pivira
Samam Smriti Mrigadehe Divira.
Krishna chana prabhava no jahati
Krishna Jana Prabhavano Jati.
ato aham jana sangada sango
Atoham Janasangada Sango.
vishankamano vivritas charami
Vishamkamano Vivritashrami.
samam smritir mrigadehe pivira
Samam Smriti Mrigadehe Divira.
Krishnarchana prabhava no jahati
Krishna Jana Prabhavano Jati.
ato aham jana sangada sango
Atoham Janasangada Sango.
vishankamano vivritas charami
Vishamkamano Vivritashrami.
Samam smritir mrigadehe pivira
samam pratir mrigadehe pivira
Krishna charan prabhava no jahati
Krishna chana prabhava no jahati
Atoham jana sangado
aham jana sangada sango
Vishankamano vivritasharami
vishankamano vivritas charami
Samam Smritir Mrikadehe Pivira.
samam smritir mrigadehe pivira
Krishna Rachana Prabhavano Jahati.
Krishnarchana prabhavano jahati
Atoham Janasangada Sango.
aham jana sangada sango
Vishana Kamano Vivritasharami.
vishankamano vivritas charami. Okay, word to word meaning. Sa, that, mam, me, smritihi, remembrance of the activities of my previous life, mrigadege, in the body of a deer,
In the body of a deer.
api,
Api.
although,
Although.
veera,
Veera.
O great hero,
O great hero.
Krishna Archana Prabhava,
Krishna Archana Prabha.
which appeared because of the which appears because of the
Which appeared because of the
influence of sincere service to Krishna.
influence of sincere service to Krishna.
Na jahati,
No Jahati.
did not leave.
Did not leave.
Ato,
Ato.
therefore,
Therefore.
aham,
Aham.
I,
I.
Janasanga,
Janasangha.
from the association of ordinary men,
From the association of ordinary men.
asangaha,
Sangha.
completely detached,
Completely detached.
vishankamanaha,
Vishankamana.
being afraid,
Being afraid.
avrivrita,
Avirita.
unobserved by others,
Unobserved by others.
charami,
Charami.
I go here and there.
I go here and there.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. My dear heroic king, due to my past sincere service to the Lord, I could remember everything of my past life, even while in the body of a deer, because I am aware of the fall down in my past life. I always keep myself separate from the association of ordinary men Being afraid of their bad materialistic association, I wander alone, unnoticed by others. Where is our other devotees? Huh? Okay. So here, okay, purport. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Swalpamapyasya dharmasya, 240. It is certainly a great fall to go from human life to animal life. But in the case of Bharat Maharaj or any devotee, devotional service to the Lord never goes in vain. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 8:6, Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tyajat Tante Kalevaram. At the time of death, by nature's law, the mind is absorbed in a certain type of thinking. This may lead one to animal life, yet for a devotee there is no loss. Even though Bharat Maharaj received the body of a deer, he didn't forget his position. Consequently, in the body of a deer, he was very careful to remember the cause of his fall down, of his downfall. As a result, he was given a chance to be born in the family of very pure Brahmanas. Thus, his service to the Lord never went in vain. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Mate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschate Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namustate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasa Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Still he has got some service? So, this is a very wonderful shloka, hope-giving shloka and also warning shloka. So it's many wonderful aspects we can actually observe in the shloka. So in the previous shloka, like Jarabharat has just told that in the past life, I had been a little bit careless, and because of which I had to get the body of a deer, and here he is telling, because of my sincere practice of devotional service, I could remember everything of my past life. So this is one thing. And then another aspect is the mercy of the Lord. The remembrance of the subject matter of Krishna is not an ordinary thing. Always we remember that Shlokata Shri Krishna Namadi, that by our own endeavor it is not possible to remember the Lord. It is only by the mercy of the Lord we will be able to remember Him. No Swayameva Spuratyada. He reserves the right to reveal Himself. No, He doesn't. He doesn't need to oblige to anybody. No, He reserves the right. So, like He, after such a blunder of completely losing focus and giving up one sadhana and things like that, so still like the Lord remembers the good service that is done by the devotee, and then he actually gives his remembrance. That's a very powerful mercy of the Lord. In fact, we see in the gradation of the mercy of the Lord. So Krishna mentions that Nashayami Atma Bhavasva Jnana Deepena Bhashrata. So that to be the highest form of mercy that he can bestow upon the living entity. So to give the remembrance of him is a very powerful blessings of the Lord. So that is something Bharat Maharaj actually gets. And then another aspect is, because I'm aware of the fall down in my past life, I keep myself separate from the association of ordinary men. So, like being afraid of their bad association, bad materialistic association, I wander alone, unnoticed by others. So, this is something very important. And uh, like how a spiritualist sees the controlled mind. That is also one nice, this one. Uncontrolled mind, so definitely it is danger. How does he see a controlled mind? So there is an analogy that is given. So if a person actually catches hold of a tiger and if he tames him, and then the tiger is like doing whatever he's telling, but still he will always be like doubtful. This guy is a tiger. you know how anytime he can actually pounce back actually. So that is like always there is a suspicion. Another example that is given is, if an unchaste wife is forcibly kept in the home, the husband will keep on watching whether she is going out or not. So like that, this mind is like an unchaste, like this one, it has its natural attraction towards the material sense gratification. And such a mind is now focusing on Krishna, now focusing on the holy name. So like one cannot be at ease, no one cannot be at this one. And you see like Jada Bharat himself will reveal his identity, how he is a self-realized person, how these things, these bodily things doesn't matter. And such a self-realized person is afraid of the bad materialistic association, and then he is wandering alone, in the unnoticed by others. So we can actually take note of how important is this caution of this one, caution of being safe and not being engaged in material association. So for this, one important thing which we had been discussing in some time, that how does this body functions, how does this material body or mind functions. So like it is karanam guna sangosya. If I associate with Krishna conscious subjects, so then I will be tuned to that. If I associate with three modes of nature, then I'll be tuned to that. So it is like matter of association. So it is, I cannot say that I'm very, very powerful, and then I can give myself completely in association of non-devotees. So that is not possible. And in fact, one of the lakshanas of sadhu is that asat sangatyaha. So that is like Vaishnavachar. So it is, in this way we can see that like how this caution of keeping ourselves separate from materialistic association, that is very essential. And even such a great personality as Bharat Maharaj or Jada Bharat is doing this particular act. And one more important point I wanted to convey, anyways, it may come in the course of our discussion. So now we see, like one by one we can see these aspects, that first is that the sincere service that is rendered. The other point is like that also we have been discussing quite often now, that is this abhyasa and vairagya. So this is the two things that he is talking about, how his sincere abhyasa of devotional practice, that has helped him, and how he is very careful about the vairagya, the material things that can inspire him to do materialistic activities. He is very, very cautious about it, and he is very afraid about it. And sometimes Srila Prabhupada says, like, the biggest problem of my disciples is that they are not sufficiently afraid of Maya. They think that like char mala karke like Maya ko jeet liya. So that is this one, that even 64 malas bhi karenge, Maya ko jeet nahi sakte. So just we have to surrender to Krishna, and Krishna can only control Maya. We can never control Maya. We can never win over Maya. So that is like a powerful, this one, we need to understand. So, so this is the abhyasa. Now we see that a sincere practice, of devotional service that is rendered. So because of that, he is giving credit. Jada is giving credit to his sincere practice, and Prabhupada is also like focusing on that in the purport. Swalpamapiyasya dharmasya. So it is like the Swalpamapiyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So for that, the purport is given as that one will not lose the human form of life. Even a little bit of devotional service performed, so one will be saved from greatest danger. So greatest danger is gliding down into the animal species of life. So but then even if a fall, even if such a great fall, Prabhupada is writing, even if such a great fall happens that a person is coming from human life to animal life, so even then the devotional service performed is going to like save the person. It's going to give sufficient credits to him. So and here Prabhupada actually brings in this point of yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. So like he had a good amount of devotional credits, and he did not do offense to exhaust his devotional credits. So but then he remembered the deer. So because he remembered deer, so he had to accept the body of a deer at that point in time. So but because he had performed devotional activities, so he also had the remembrance of his past life. So this is a powerful this one of performing our devotional service. So rather than what will happen in the future, if we think about the aspects of what will happen in the future, or many other aspects, many other things which can actually break our meditation on the Lord. So then effectively we have not done a very serious yajna, very serious devotional service. So if we now, for this, one important aspect is like one has to be dependent on the Lord, while executing the devotional service. So, if we are also making plans, that means we are not completely dependent on the Lord. So, like if this happens, I will do like this. If that happens, I'll do like this. What if this happens? Like it is terrifying us and things like that. So many other things can actually so-called practical things can actually come up, in the time of our execution of devotional service. So, but then somehow or other, we should have faith that Lord will definitely handle. It is the Lord who is handling everything, and I have been given a small role, to do in that particular this one. Sometimes I've seen some devotees that. I don't want to take the names. So it's like, I've seen some devotees that, if you ask him that, no, Prabhu, like, no, this morning some devotee will come and you have to pick him up from here and drop him here. And then the question comes, how he'll come there? Whether, like, what, this one. So some things beyond the scope of the service that is assigned to him. He's having so much of question on that. And then finally he said, like, no, Prabhu, no need of this service, we'll only do it. No, itna question. So like, so in that way, that this one is like, we have been assigned some service. The Lord, actually the Lord is the project manager. The Lord is the one who is doing end-to-end service. And in that we have been given a small role. And we should have faith in the Lord that previous and later, he will do. And even if I fail also, he will do. He's completely in control. So it is that now I have to focus on the names of the Lord and focus on the devotional service of the Lord. So it is very essential. And when such sincere service is rendered, keeping faith in the Lord and keeping dependence on the Lord, so then like that kind of a service is, it actually purifies the heart, and also even by chance, if we fall, from the path of Krishna consciousness, so it actually helps, a person. So morning, Sachin was loudly reading, his 6th canto. So this Ajamil pastime, is going on. So there, so there, one thing is mentioned that whether a person knowingly or unknowingly chants, what will happen? What effect? Protected from the Lord. No, his liberation is little later, but then he'll be his sinful reactions will get eradicated. So that is this one. So, but that is not a very great benefit. No, so this is something very great for the materialistic people, because sinful reaction means they'll have to suffer, and no, even to that extent, no, like it can also award liberation. So, but then that kind of a chanting is not, so great for a devotee. No, that kind of a chanting is not something that a devotee is looking for. No, so many things can just destroy the sinful reactions. Just Kartik mein like deep diya sinful reactions khatam. Abhi kya, like what we are talking about. So we are talking about developing positive attraction towards the Supreme Lord. We are talking about reduction of lust, anger, greed in the heart. These are all some things not going to happen just by unconscious practice of devotional service, right? So it requires a conscious practice of devotional service. It requires anything, this like karmic reactions, it is in a pipeline, that is in the control of the demigods, in the control of the Lord, and things like that. But our state of consciousness, the amount of lust, anger, greed, that we have, it is something that we have to take a conscious call. I want to get it removed. And then I need to have a solid prayer towards the Supreme Lord, to this direction, right? So it is, otherwise the heart purification is the most difficult thing to happen, like purification of the heart and positive attraction towards the Supreme Lord. So this is the most difficult thing to happen. So in fact, this is one of the questions also, like of Parikshit Maharaj, that sinful reactions, like how to eradicate. So reactions will get eradicated. So, but then, like, we see that this guy is again going and doing sinful activities, and again, getting this one. So it looks like bathing of an elephant. So when will the heart become purified? So then there is only possibility of devotional service. And even the like karma yoga, jnana yoga, or whichever yoga system which is purifying the heart. So the actual thing that is purifying the heart is the element of devotion that is there. So, and this revelation was quite nice, that Prabhu was giving that 30 qualities, 30 duties. So in that, like, this is very nice definition of all the yoga systems. So 9 of them are devotional in nature, and then 21 of them are jnana sadhanas, and then on top of it, if you do varnashrama duties, so then you are called karma yogi. If you are given up varnashrama duties, only do this like 30, then you are called jnana yogi. And if you give up the 21 and do only 9, then you are called bhakti yogi. That was quite nice, no? So like, so bhakti is something that has to be done by everybody. And if you do exclusively, then you are a bhakti yogi. If you mix it with some other thing, then you are that kind of a yogi. So that was quite a nice thing, that the elements of bhakti is the one which gives life to other yoga system, and that is the one which gives purification of heart. So if you cannot do bhakti completely, so then the next option is given. So but a little bit of bhakti to karna hi hai sabko. So that is something like which is part of the Vedic system. So like we see that a sincere service that is rendered, that is like Prabhupada also uses a very nice choice of words. Sincere service means like sincere to the cause. Sincerity means like sincerity to the purpose, sincerity to the goal, and to the object of surrender. So like there is no other ulterior motive. Sincerity means there is no other ulterior motive. So not trying to achieve karma, jnana, yoga, or any other this ones. So like he is sincere towards like attaining the goal, and attaining the rendering service to the Lord. So there is no mixture that is happening over there. Such a sincere service, when when that is performed, so that is always rewarding. It gives tremendous reward for the living entity. And he's telling that I could remember everything of my past life even while in the body of a deer. It's a great mercy of the Lord. So like remembrance, as we were discussing just a little before, it is very, very great mercy of the Lord. And we all know that how we struggle with the chanting. Sometimes like chanting goes very well, but no remembrance. Just externally, like we are not falling asleep and things like that. But mind is fully engaged in some other subject matter. And then sometimes little remembrance comes, and sometimes we are able to hear the names of the Lord nicely, but then there is no positive no feeling or nice feeling of enthusiasm and things like that. And very rarely it so happens that no, we are able to hear the names of the Lord nicely, and we also able to feel something, the blissful nature in the heart, right? So it is quite difficult. It's a big struggle. We like, and then we make a note. Okay, today I did these things, and I'll do exactly the same thing tomorrow, and I'll get it. कुछ नहीं मिलता है. So, and one has to really be in the mood of humility and begging the Lord, and then understanding that this is a blessings of the Lord, and it is not something of a thing that I can just get through my own endeavor and things like that. So if we are very sincere in this practice of trying to hear the names of the Lord nicely and trying to chant nicely, so this process itself will make us humble. Because like nahi mil raha to like humble hona hi padega. So this process itself, this experiment itself will make us humble, because without that we will not be able to access the mercy of the Lord. Right? So in that way, like it's a very nice this one, and we can all appreciate this particular aspect of he is able to remember the Lord, and he is able to remember all the devotional service that he has performed. So it is not a easy thing at all. It's a very, very difficult aspect. So even though Bharat Maharaj was in the body of a deer, he didn't forget his position. Now, consequently, in the body of a deer, he was very careful to remember the cause of his fall down. Right. So, like this is one aspect, that this remembrance of the Lord is considered to be a great treasure. The assets or the devotional benefits that a devotee actually gets in the practice of Krishna consciousness, it's considered to be a great treasure. So if we have a great treasure, so what all things that we will remember, what all things that we will do with the great treasure. So we'll just not keep it in the temple hall and walk off. What all things we will do? We'll protect. We'll keep it in a nice safe, keep it in a lock and key and things like that. Then
Be very cautious of not losing.
be very cautious of not losing it. And if we have a track record of some thief coming and stealing and going, then what we will do? We'll put so much security, like कैसा कैसा चोर है, कोई आया like वो चोर तो नहीं है. मैं आपको नहीं बोल रहा, सच्ची में कोई आ गया. So like that, here also, Bharat Maharaj or Jada Bharat, he has lost once. So once lost, he's very, very careful. Like he's very careful that treasure may get lost, and then they would not advertise the treasure, and they would not what is it? Here also we see that Bharat Maharaj is not going around selling that. When he was caught for this one, kaun pata hai? So he's not thinking, speaking like that. He's just like he doesn't want his identity to be revealed at all. So, but then in the case of Kardam Muni and Devahuti, so one nice description about Kardam Muni is given. So that Kardam Muni has been like executing austerities for a long time, and he is not cared for cleansing his body or and things like that. So it is mentioned that the description over there, it is mentioned that it is like a very powerful fire or something like that. Very, very what is that? Illuminating kind of a substance. It is covered by some kind of a dust, or smoke or something like that. But even though it is covered, its illumination is so amazing that it is coming out. So it is just like something very valuable is there, covered by some kind of layers. So in that way, like we see that here also, like what's the point that we were discussing? Great treasure. So like, though Jada Bharat did not want to reveal himself, but then his activities, his talks, and his this one, so that actually showed who he is. And like the Maharaj Raghugana is also quite an intelligent person. The moment he saw there is a sign of a great learned person, so immediately he wanted to like he also could able to understand. He also know that what is the real treasure of life. in the form of opulences and things like that. But then the moment he saw a spark of a great knowledge, so immediately, like, he wanted to get that knowledge. Immediately he surrendered to that Brahmana. So this is like, even though he did not want to reveal himself, that actually showed up. That's the glory of this pure knowledge, that is there. So this is the aspect of the treasure. So if a treasure is there, so we should not advertise that treasure, and we should keep it very safe, and we should keep it very private. And then another thing is, like, if the treasure is stolen away by something, like, you are able to hear the names of the Lord nicely, and suddenly you do some activity, like, you got exposed to some kind of a material activity, or you saw some material things, and which you are not able to remove from your mind, and you are going on contemplating on that particular subject, and then next day you see that you are not able to chant the same way. It may not happen immediate next day, because one thing that I've seen is, like, when you get a good chanting session, so after that, even if you do mistakes, it'll take some time for it to reduce. And then once it reduces, even if you do something good, it'll take some time to come back to some good pace or good this one. So it always goes like that. So when you are not able to get good experience in the chanting, that means, like, already for quite a few days, like, you have been you've been neglectful. That's how it has come to complete dry, like that. So reserve में आता है, उसके बाद dry में आता है, गाड़ी बंद हो जाता है उसके बाद, so like that. So it is, we should see that, like, this particular activity I did, and it is actually now causing me this thing. So now I should be very cautious. I should not if some if some contemplation of material subject is coming, so then I should be very careful. Like, I should immediately take necessary medicine for that. So I should immediately focus on. I should not enjoy that particular this one. I should again come back to the Lord and pray to the Lord. See, like, I'm getting this material thoughts in my mind, so it is actually occupying my this one mental space. So, and I'm also, like, getting attracted towards it. So please save me from this. I have dedicated my life for becoming completely absorbed in your thoughts. So, but then this particular thing is actually haunting me. Please help me. So in that way, like, we should take it this one. And if we go to the Lord is capable of removing. So, but if we don't go to the Lord, and then if we think that, okay, anyway, I've dedicated whole my life, a little bit of, physically, though, I'm not doing any sense gratification, a little bit in the mind, it's okay, So then that's all, like, in that way, it can actually come in. And then if we lose our practice, if we lose our absorption in our devotional practice, then what's the point? So, like, everything is it's like no sarvanash. So we should not allow that to be lost. So considering it to be great treasure, considering the attaining of Krishna, or like even the intermediate goal of chanting with absorption, so like considering that to be a great treasure and the important goal of my life, and in that, like, whatever comes in the way, I should see that it is like a thief that is coming in to steal away this treasure, and we should be very careful. So protecting the treasure, and then being cautious about the it being stolen away. So that is something that Bharat Maharaj is doing. Consequently, in the body of a deer, he was very careful to remember the cause of his downfall. As a result, he was given a chance to be born in a very pure Brahmana family. So the Lord keeps his promise. That Lord tells that Sochidam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashta. This one. So his yoga was broken, and so because he made sufficient progress, so he was given birth in a very pure Brahmana's family, and we know. From the past, this one shlokas that we read. So his father tried very best to educate him in all the Vedic systems and things like that. It was not a meeting, or it was not against the practice of Krishna consciousness. It was quite a conducive environment for Krishna consciousness. But then even that was a distraction for Jada Bharat, because his level of Krishna consciousness was something high. So lower level of Krishna consciousness will be a distraction for higher level of Krishna consciousness. So he had to give up his home and come. And he was going unnoticed by people. So being afraid of bad materialistic association, I wander alone. So now here we see the last point that we discussed. No, that is the abhyasa and vairagya. So like this is the key thing. Now, like if we are the devotional practice is sufficiently powerful, and the materialistic activities are also sufficiently powerful, right? So both of them are powerful enough, no, to actually entice us and to actually make us addicted to it. So like Krishna is sufficiently powerful to attract us, and Maya is also sufficiently powerful to attract us. No, both of them can actually attract us. And if we do a little bit of Krishna consciousness and a little bit of engagement in Maya, so then we'll not develop positive attraction. No, it requires no undisturbed exposure to Krishna consciousness. No, that is very, very essential. So for attaining the highest goals that we have, so undisturbed, undiluted exposure to Krishna consciousness. So if there is a nice this one abhyasa is happening, we are doing nice morning program, nice everything nice is going on, and if we just get exposed to a little bit of material activities, the vairagya is not fully complete. Just in the case of Ajamil's case, like Ajamil's case, like his whole execution was dharmic family, and everything he was doing was nice, but then one small window of exposure to seeing that that prostitute and that sense gratifier, like embracing each other, that's all, that actually triggered the contemplation, and further he was started to think and things like that, and then it actually went on to break his nation. It actually went on to make him become a very, very sinful person. He went on to become a murderer and thief and things like that. So that amount of degradation can one small contemplation actually can take us to. And that is why a person is a sincere devotee, a very serious practitioner, is expected to stay alone. Stay alone from materialistic association. So living in of devotees, living in a very environment which actually reminds us of Krishna, and which actually inspires us to practice serious devotional service. So that is actually living alone. And another aspect is living alone is that one should live alone in his sadhana. So he should not it's not that every time the sadhana is performed public. So there is certain amount of public sadhana is necessary for the sadhakas, so otherwise the mind will cheat. So as we make advancement, so then like a sadhaka also performs like his bhajan. So like though he is sitting amongst other devotees, but still his sadhana must be very, very personal and very he should have his plans of working out the relationship with Krishna. It is not a mass product. Krishna is going to, suddenly something is going to come and things like that. So one should cultivate his relationship with Krishna. So one should spend time. So how the relationship is cultivated? By the way of spending time. By the way of spending time with the holy name of the Lord, spending time with the Bhagavatam and things like that. So this is very essential. Even if we go for in this connection, there is one thing is discussed about is like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj never wanted to go to Calcutta, considering it to be a hell. And then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established his headquarters there, and then he went to all the major cities of India and he established. And when asked, like, your spiritual master told that it is hell and you are coming here and sitting. No, I didn't come to Calcutta. So I'm like still I'm aloof from Calcutta. Because, and Prabhupada also told, we are establishing these temples. This is not different from Vrindavan. And we are supposed to go from one program to another program. And even if we go to the street only for the purpose of book distribution, or on some service, otherwise, like just like that, we don't go anywhere. So on service of the Lord, and that too, like when you are in service of the Lord, if we are getting too much hurt, like that is a principle of warfare. So when if we are getting too much hurt, then we should take ilaj and then go back and fight. Not that ki like so like दो चार मार खा लिया तभी fight कर रहा है, उसके बाद like हार मान के माया का चेला बन जाएगा. then gaya sarvanash हो जाएगा. So like there is some injury, then we should take We should take treatment and then go back and fight, So like that. So it is very essential that we stay alone, unnoticed by others, so there is no point in no describing our glories to no materialistic people, see, like मैं कितना माला करता हूँ, मैं भगवान का ध्यान करता हूँ, ये करता हूँ, तो so the moment you reveal, no, it will be stolen, no. So the moment you reveal your no internal aspects of your Krishna consciousness to it can only be revealed to a person, who's of equal level, and or to one's superiors who guide them. No, apart from that, no, you cannot reveal this to even a junior devotee. No, if you reveal that to a junior devotee, then also you'll lose. No, materialistic person, so you'll lose for sure. So you struggle so hard to get some spiritual assets, but then it will get stolen, very easily like that. So we should be very, very careful about these aspects. So like staying alone and in the reverse order, like staying alone, and then like putting equal focus on abhyasa and vairagya, and then one should be very cautious about one's treasure being stolen, and then we saw that the blessings of remembrance of the Lord, and then a sincere service that is performed, that is of very, very rewarding, greatly rewarding. So these are all some things that we saw. Any questions or comments can take?
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Nicely making us understand the importance of going deeper in sadhana, offering nice prayers. One philosophical question regarding Bharat Maharaj becoming a deer. So, as you mentioned in the class that we will not glide down. So, here how it happened? Because I was asked this question.
Here, Prabhupada is giving yam yam api smaran bhavam, tajatante kalevaram. So whatever he remembers, he'll get.
But then, Neha Bikram and Ashwasti gets violated.
No, that is Nasha did not happen. His spiritual advancement is protected.
Okay. So that
So, like, this point is there, like a devotee actually prays that Kita Janama Hoy Yatatuva Das. So that is there, and then Narayana Parasarve Nakutashana Vipati Swargo Apavarga Narakeshwa Pitulyartha Darshana. So in that way, like you become a Vritrasur, or you become an ant or a dog, like, or you become a deer. So like the key thing that determines that whether we have lost the things, is the remembrance of the Lord. So that is a key thing that actually determines. So in this case, we see that it is definitely, it is for sure, it is protected. So, and he came back, he bounced back, and things like that. So it is one is to estimate and see the fall down on the level of the species of life that he has got. Another is to see that, generally speaking, if you are going to a lower species of life, it also means that you have got that kind of a mindset. So but here it is not like that. So he became a deer, but actually he did not become a deer. He was remembering everything of this one, and he was not at all associating with other deers, and he was like going and performing devotional activities. The best what he could do is eat prasadam and hear. So like that he was doing. So in this way, like that was protected, and the reason for his going to an animal life is yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. So that is something Prabhupada is giving here.
Continuing this a number of times, like wonders of rats in the Dham, especially Vrindavan. So next like we'll take a part as monkey in their perform devotion service. So again after monkey he'll come back to human life.
Or from there only he'll go back. I don't know. Something like that is there.
It's a great change in the purpose. Prabhupada is going down in the animal life. It's a greatest change.
So that is not in the jurisdiction of the Dham. So that is not talking about it. So it is gliding down in the animal life is is dangerous because we will lose all thoughts about Krishna consciousness, and we will actually become an animal, and then we will again come in the evolutionary cycle and things like that and all. So here we see like all these things are not happening, and even in the case of in the Dham, so there's a different equation altogether. So the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord is there, and then the environment Dham itself is like quite purifying, like that. So in that way, like that is not to be considered in the this one of gliding down to animal species of life. So that is like that's not in the material equation at all. That's completely in the spiritual equation. It's a different equation altogether. Okay. Still his question face is fully question mark.
Means I'm not completely clarified in the spiritual system.
Mhm.
So it's mentioned animal.
See, we have to see that as we have discussed this point, like whenever the topics of the scriptural statements are seen, so the statement, an individual statement cannot be taken in an absolute sense. So like it is a loss, different loss that is mentioned, like generally like we will it is, if somebody asks the darshan time, we will say that we will open till 12, and then evening 6 to 8, these things we will tell, and suddenly some Maharaj comes, then we'll lock up the IBC and we go. That's an exception. So this is a statement, and there is an exceptional statement. So both the statements together we have to see. So like if there is a statement that gliding down to animal life is very bad, and that is the this one parinam of like doing some what is it? If we don't execute dharma, so then we will glide down to the animal life. And here it is talking about, so that is all about like if you don't execute dharma, and here it is talking about you are executing highest dharma, and then from there you fall, so then you may get an animal life, but still this one is protected, your smriti is protected. So that is equation of not doing any dharma, doing adharma and then gliding down to this one. And here you are doing a dharma, and that to highest dharma, and then you are falling down, because of some offenses or something like that. So then what treatment is given? So that's another equation altogether. And then somebody who's completely doing offensive activity, staying in the dham, so what comes to him? So that's a different equation altogether. So in this way, like we should see various things, and seeing all of them in proper perspective, we will be able to get the idea. So it is not an absolute statement key like gliding down to animal life is it has to have only one way of gliding down to animal life. It is definitely like very dangerous to glide down to animal life in a proper sense if we glide down. So but if we glide down like this, it is still a slight punishment, very very slight punishment. Just in 2 lifetimes he got back to Godhead. It is almost naka barabar. So almost it is like as good as going back to Godhead in 1 lifetime. It is nothing much of delay actually. So it is very powerful. This one is. So in this way, like we see, we take note of, okay, now if we do this, you glide down to animal life and you go like this, and if you come in this particular case study, you may glide down, but still your remembrance was protected. And if you glide down, staying in the dham, and things like that, so then it is a different equation altogether. So you are even more purified and things like that. So sometimes it so happens that it also a particular choice of the Lord. The dham is completely in the jurisdiction of the Lord, and even if he allows an offender to stay in the dham, so that means there is some previous equation, with that living entity, and the Lord is there. So otherwise, nobody can just like that stay in the dham. So like Lord will make some arrangement, he'll be thrown off from the dham. If he's staying, that means some other equation is there. Some devotee might have prayed, or some promise of the Lord is there to that living entity. Like, we don't know what is that transaction between the Lord and that living entity. Right now, we know only the current episode. We don't know like hundreds of episodes, thousands of episodes that has happened, before. So that we don't know, right? So like because of that, the Lord is allowing him to stay in the dham. So it's like maybe like some particular anartha has to be removed in that particular way. So the Lord is allowing it to happen. So many equations are there, in that. So, but we should see worst case we have to take, and we have to be cautious about it, because what if that happens to us? So we should be cautious about that, that.
Just to add, so in these cases, so Lord is actually acting on these different personalities, whereas in the other case, it will be just the nature that is working.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking when you were speaking, so Neha Bikram and Ashwasti, if someone does little bhakti also, he comes under the jurisdiction of the Lord. The Lord will take care. Whatever rest is there.
Lord will take care definitely to the extent that he is surrendering. Lord will fully take care only when we fully surrender to the Lord. So that is this one. So otherwise, partially, we will be conducted by the material nature only. So, like for example, a little bit of bhakti is performed by a karma yogi. So definitely Lord's grace is there, he will go forward. So, but to great extent, he will follow the rules and regulations of the material nature. So, but one who fully surrenders to the Lord fully takes care of him. That's the way it is.
You mentioned the analogies, watching keep your watch on tiger and unchaste wife. So this is for which level of sadhaka?
For brahmachari level of sadhaka. According to Vidwan Prabhu, there is only one sadhaka in brahmachari ashram.
I thought you said liberated or something like that, so I was confused.
No, if we want to achieve liberation in one lifetime, so then we need to do this thing.
This was any ordinary sadhaka.
So otherwise, if we are constantly disturbed by the material thoughts, and then we are not sufficiently able to, we should take consultation, and we should see that how we can fully engage in Krishna's service. And if we are not able to do that, then we should legitimately agree upon, and it's constant and it's tormenting. So then we should agree on getting onto an ashram where the sense gratification has a proper vent, and dharmically the sense gratification is done. So that is to be done. Otherwise, the process of Krishna consciousness is sufficiently powerful. So if we apply the process of Krishna consciousness properly, if our chanting is proper, morning program is proper, and if our Shravanam Kirtanam is proper, so then our services, also we are doing it in dependence of the Lord, thinking that this is a great savior. This is going to purify my heart, and it's going to take me closer to the heart, closer to the Lord. So with all this proper paraphernalia and proper, this one, if we are doing it, so then, the material things should not torment us so much, So then, when we are there in that kind of a state, a positive thrust actually comes, and we can make sufficient advancement. So, but that is a key thing. Abhyasa and vairagya. So these two things have to be very carefully seen. Nice abhyasa and nice vairagya. There is no vent that is given for the material things to come inside. So thoda bahut book distribution ka time pe thoda injury ho sakta hai, and immediately we should come and ilaj karke then we should properly this one. So preaching is always considered to be risky, and that is why preaching actually attracts more mercy of the Lord, and more mercy of the Lord, but at the same time it is kabaddi game, we should be careful, when the सांस लेने का नहीं हो रहा मतलब लाइन के अंदर आ जाना चाहिए. So we should not think that no, I am a great hero, I'll liberate everybody and come. By the time you will only fall down. So सब लोग मिलके पकड़ के खींच लेंगे. तो अभी इधर लाइन का इस तरफ डिवोटी देखेंगे, अरे हमारा डिवोटी आ ही नहीं रहे, उधर ही सेटल हो गया, प्रीचिंग करने के लिए गया. So जितना मिला काफी है, एक भी मिला काफी है, आ जाओ वापस. So और डिवोटी उस तरह से बोल रहे, प्रभु जी कम से कम एक तो लेके आऊंगा. अरे नहीं चाहिए, कम से कम तुम आ जाओ वापस. वो बस है, हमको और प्रीचिंग का रिजल्ट नहीं चाहिए, तुम ही चाहिए हमको. So like that. This is something that everybody should contemplate and see that where the leak is happening, and we should fix it, and we should solidly give focus on No, the positive sadhana. No, like that. ठीक है. We'll pause here. और
Yeah,
what?
and 7 minutes.
7 minutes of it. ठीक है. Some realization sharing. Yes.
One question. So, Bharat Maharaj special that advancement is still protected because of like he committed any offenses to God. That is the reason.
Yeah, that is also one of the reasons. Like he did not commit any offense to the Lord. He only got distracted and engaged in material activity. So that is also one of the reason. But here in this shloka, it is what Jarabharat himself gives as a reason is his past sincere service to the Lord. Like he sincerely, whenever he executed service, he sincerely executed it. Like that. And we know of Srila Prabhupada's disciples also. Many of them who really worked very hard for establishing the Krishna consciousness movement and served Srila Prabhupada to great extent, and Prabhupada was greatly pleased with them. And later on, due to influence of the material nature, they went away from Krishna consciousness. So, but then we have heard cases after cases where towards the end of their life, somehow or other they come back in the association of devotees, or somehow or other they get intense remembrance of the Lord or Srila Prabhupada, and then they resume back their service and things like that. So, so this is like, even if somebody is contemplating of going out of ashram, at least for some days they should intensely do devotional service. So then at least like last में जाके कुछ safe landing हो जाएगा. And if we do intensely devotional service, like if it is attractive, why not continue it? So so that is like nice, this one.
So that unconscious chanting works only to remove the sinful reaction. But we see that chanting works on all four kinds of sin. So even unconscious chanting should purify to some extent heart also.
This is a purification, removal of sinful reactions. Purification of heart requires little more intense flame.
It does not work on like Bhutan.
I don't know about the Kutam Bijam aspect, to what extent it actually purifies. So one is that Kutam Bijam is still a process of fructification of this one. But then there is still more subtle and more deeper thing is the lust, anger, greed and things like that. This is generally classified, and the problems of lust, anger, greed actually is classified as a problem for a little more advanced devotee, not for a neophyte devotee. Neophyte devotee को तो like barbar के रहेगा, like उसको it is not a like he is not a proper match to combat with those kind of anarthas. So neophyte devotee like whose chanting is not very very shallow and things like that. So for him, this sinful reactions is something that he is combating, and that he can remove it through this one. And when he goes to the next level, so then he has to have a little more intense practice of Krishna consciousness, to actually combat that anarthas. So it is like quite a significant and quite powerful things they are. It is not that easy to break. In the Mana Siksha book, we were seeing like how like at stage by stage, this is like nice diagrams were offered. So first is sinful reactions, and after that comes is these the highway robbers of lust, anger, greed and things like that. And then comes like deceit and this one like puja la pratishtha. That's like even more so even more subtler, this one. So that requires even more intense practice of Krishna consciousness. So it's not that like simply if we hear the names of the Lord nicely and if we are absorbed in chanting, everything is done. That is just the middle path. So like one has to go very very this one. And actually like when we go to this, we will get taste for the practice of Krishna consciousness. So that further stages becomes much easier. The difficult stage is to cross the anartha nivritti, and after that like we have seen that uphill and downhill. So downhill journey is like easy. No, it's not that difficult. No, because there is something propelling factor is there. So now we are trying to do devotional service. No, there is so much of taste for material things are there, and devotional taste is not there. And we are working against the current. And when we go, at least the Anattanavritti stage, this one, Nishtha and Ashakti and all starts. So then it becomes that like some level of devotional taste is there. So at least the primary devotional service that you're doing, like you're doing it with some taste. No, that drives much more faster actually, rather than this one. So, but the intensity has to increase. No, and how do we increase the intensity? By association of devotees who are intense, and at least to bare minimum to have a desire. No, I want to have an intense devotional service. So, if we have a desire, then Lord makes all the arrangement. No, it requires association of devotees of that caliber. So, Lord makes that arrangement. So, it requires you to study some some sections of the literature, like which is meant for advanced sadhakas. The Lord makes an arrangement for all those things. So everything the Lord makes arrangement. It's not that we are there in a school where we only have to find out our syllabus and we only have to study and things like that. No, it is properly guided school. No, where the Lord is the key headmaster, like who makes the lesson plan and everything, and he ensures that everybody is done. But only thing is here the graduation is having desire to attain that. That is the key thing. At least we should develop the desire to attain that. So if we have the desire, then Lord will fulfill all the necessary things for that. Right? So this is one nice statement which Prabhupada says, which I always relish, is that what it takes to go back to Godhead. No? Desire. He answers in one word. So that is like what it takes to go back. No, how long it takes. That's not the question. What it takes to go back to Godhead. Desire. No. So Prabhupada answers in one word. So if we have desire, we will go back to Godhead. That's all. No. So, and whatever, in the recent, this one of, I was hearing that Bhagavad Gita lectures of Vidwan Prabhu, that there he was mentioning that if a sinful person, he has a desire to become very, very rich, so then Lord makes note of his desire, and then he induces him, to perform some pious activities. And then after he performs pious activities, he fulfills his desire. The Lord takes note of so much detail, and then he ensures. So if he is doing for some material activity so much, if he has spiritual desire, so Lord definitely happily make a note of it, and then he will induce the living entity to go towards that direction nicely. So, and he will make sure that he gets sufficient devotional credits, and he will make sure that living entity is actually going to reach his destination. So this is one of the aspects of surrender. So that is having faith that ये बहुत difficult path है and बहुत difficult goal है. But having the faith, I have surrendered to a competent authority, and this Lord is going to ensure that I am going to reach the goal, and this Lord is going to ensure that all that necessary in between, whatever is necessary, वो कैसे भगवान लेके जाएंगे, मेरे पास devotional credits नहीं है, तुमको दिला के लेके जाएंगे, टेंशन मत लो, सब कुछ करेंगे. So having faith on him, and then with utter dependence when we execute devotional service, so then that devotional service makes tremendous effect actually. So I'm chanting, and I don't have any other means. I'm completely dependent on this chanting. I'm completely dependent on the morning program. I'm completely dependent on taking darshan of the Lord and singing these bhajans, which I'm singing every day, and fully dependent on them. I'm not going to do anything else, apart from this. And I want my desired goal. And I've come to you, my Lord, and I am just following whatever your pure devotee has told. So now I want my goal. For sure I want my goal. There is no compromise on that. So the Lord will be very happy. So this one point, in the that shortly I'll post it in other groups also. That one point that Vidwan Prabhu says in the Ramayana, this one. So when the demigods goes and all of them go to Lord, and then they say that we have a problem. Ravana is tormenting. You please kill Ravana. So we are surrendering unto you. And he says that Lord is jubilant. He likes to be the object of surrender. If somebody comes and says I want to attain this and I am surrendering unto you, Lord is is so happy. No, you come to me like, no, I am going to fulfill your desire. No, come. Like, he's so happy. So it is so nice. No? The Lord likes to be the object of surrender. He's so happy to be the object of surrender. So, and when we go to the Lord and say like, no, I want to attain pure devotional service and I want to, no, attain your lotus feet, and I am completely dependent on you. I am just going to do only the things that is, no, your pure devotee has given to us as the morning program and as service, and only that I am going to do and nothing else. I am completely dependent on you, so I want my goal. No, I don't know what all obstacles will come on the way. I don't know what will happen in between, but I want to attain the goal. So then Lord will be very happy. No, इधर एक अच्छा candidate मिला, like no, मैं आता हूँ तुमको help करने के लिए. No, so that point gave a lot of what is it, nourishment ki, yeah, the Lord likes to help us. No, it's not that कि हम डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हैं, like, no, कितना बार आके पूछेंगे कितना लोगों को लाभ ऑर्डर दूंगा मैं. No, no, the Lord is not like that. No, he's happy. He likes to do that actually. Okay. That's the point of sadhana. So the sadhana is that to preserve that desire, to ensure that I have this desire on. So that's the point of sadhana. It's not like, initially we may be in the mode of knowledge accumulation and things like that. How many pastimes I know, how many shlokas I know, and things like that. So, but then as we progress, we become very this one, single point thing. You tell me one thing that is going to save me, and that is this desire. Sincere desire is there, everything is achieved. No, everything is achieved by that, because the Lord is going to facilitate everything. Sincere desire and surrender to the Lord. No, everything will be achieved. ठीक है. अंतराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.